Amy, thank you so much for this time. Welcome to the Cafecito.
Thank you. Thank you for asking me.
Let's start with questions like, who is Amy Hall in 3 words?
I feel like that's tricky, but I'm going to say determined, watchful, and I surveyed some friends and they came up with glamorously thrifty. So I feel like that's a silly one, but we'll go with glamorously thrifty.
I completely agree with you. Amy, how long have you been a member of the Lake County community and why did you choose to live here?
I moved to Lake County in the fall of 2009, so we're getting pretty close to 15 years. Um, I moved to Leadville for quite a few reasons. One is it's not too far from Minturn, which is where I spent a lot of my growing up years and love, and still am really grateful to have family in the area. Um, Leadville is a beautiful small community, and it is a great place to live and play and work and raise a family. I personally have a lot of good support systems here, and I'm really grateful for the folks who are my friends and my support. I love running into people at the grocery store or downtown events, and I think a small town is just the perfect fit for me. So that's why I came, and that's why I stay.
Thank you, Amy. Also, you are a very, like, you are always involved in our community and we always appreciate you.
Oh, thank you.
Amy, what is your role at Lake County Build Generation?
That's a good one. I think I have the best role at Build a Generation because I get to plan all of our parties. Well, not quite, but a little bit. I am the event coordinator at Build a Generation, and we take people's comfort very serious. We want people to not have any barriers or boundaries when they come to our events and to our coalition meetings. We want people to not be worrying about dinner or childcare. And so I get to work with a lot of awesome folks who do catering, a lot of our local restaurants. I get to work with a fun group of teens who help us with our kids, and an enormously talented group of folks who provide interpretation for our meetings so that everybody can learn and participate in the language of their heart. And along with all of that, there is some fun parties that I get to plan too. So I have the best job.
I love it. It's interesting because I feel I have the best job too. Amy, moving forward in this cafecito time, I have another question for you. From your perspective, how has our community changed in recent years?
Yeah, I think there's been, a lot of change and growth in Lake County over the years. I think that Lake County has always had people who see the need in our community and care, and they want to help and affect change. I think maybe something that perhaps I've observed in the last few years is that there continues to be more of those helpers, more people who want to affect change. But maybe they have some of the education and some of the background where they're able to kind of lead that charge, where they're able to kind of gather community and lead us in the right direction. And I think when the folks who've been here for a long time and the folks who are coming new can all kind of get on the same page and work together, I think that's when we're really going to see some awesome momentum in Leadville.
Thank you, Amy. What a deep answer. I love it. Amy, what does the word diversity means to you?
Diversity is what makes us unique, what makes us individuals, what separates us from one another. It might be our culture or our faith, our history, our upbringing. It's it's a thing that, like your fingerprint, it makes us unique, just who we are.
Poetic. Amy, thank you so much. Amy, what a great time with you.
Thank you.
Um, Tell us something random about yourself.
Hmm. Um, One of my favorite places in Lake County to spend time with friends or to watch like awesome shows, music performances, and to volunteer is at our just absolute gem of Harrison Avenue, the Tabor Opera House. I have been really fortunate to get to spend a fair amount of time at the Opera House. I was involved with a backdrop kind of rescue and restoration process where they were able to find backdrops that are incredibly old and had been completely forgotten about, that were hidden up in the ceilings and in risers, and that was just a really once in a lifetime experience. And whenever I have the opportunity to spend time at the Tabor for whatever reason, I'm always just ready to jump in and go and spend a night or afternoon having fun because it's such a special place. And um, I'm hoping to be able to take you there soon, Louisa.
Of course. And I feel this place in particular is pretty Leadville.
Yeah,
That is basically Leadville.
yeah,
And I love it.
yeah.
Thank you so much, Amy. Amy, Amy Hall, gorgeous Amy, the styling one ever. What are your passion about your work with Elsie Bag?
Um, I think there's a lot of things, and I could say quite a bit on this, but I I really love working with our team. We have a really great team, and they are so passionate about their work that it makes me really want to support them and help their jobs to be smooth and help them be able to do their work to the best of their ability. I also want all of our community volunteers, as I spoke about a little bit earlier, to feel welcomed and to feel that their children are welcome, to feel safe and comfortable in our events and our meetings. And so that's something that I care about a lot here at BAG. I also see my position at BAG as a really great opportunity to help share some of the resources that LC BAG has, whether that is with someone who's starting a small catering business out of their home, or maybe a teen or college student who's working their way through school at the time, maybe a stay-at-home mom who's not able to work a more traditional role. This is an opportunity. We're able to give opportunities for people to receive income and work in our community in ways that might not always seem traditional. And I really like that we're able to provide some work for folks who maybe traditional work isn't approachable at this season of their life. And that's something I feel really good about doing.
Thank you, Amy. I love that answer. Amy, part of my goal with these interviews and share more than our staff with our communities, like try to explain Lake County uh, community what we does. So, how you how would you explain LCVAC work?
Well, LCMAG is a group of really hardworking and passionate folks who work very hard at going into our community and finding other hardworking, passionate folks to join us in trying to make a change in some of the health inequities that affect Lake County. And oftentimes, the folks in our community who have experienced some of these areas of lack, whether that is food or housing insecurity or not having access to affordable child care, those folks are the ones who are intimately aware of the issue and often have the most brilliant ideas on how to affect change. So, BAG tries to create a forum where everyone can come together, ask important questions, lead and guide to try to find answers to some of these issues, whether those are on a county level or a state level or a country level, but kind of get to the root of the issue and try to start affecting some of these areas that are damaging and hurtful to our community members.
Brilliant answer. Thank you so much. Amy, ta 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 tan. I have a surprise question for you.
Oh no.
After I have a couple conversations with you, I want to know, Amy, what means the word bicultural for you?
Oh, Lisa, that's a tricky surprise question. Um, Bicultural, I guess, for me, would mean two worlds, two lives trying to to coexist, whether that's with two people or in one person. Um, Someone maybe growing up with one set of history, what faith, belief, values, and coming into what could be a completely different world and trying to maintain their authenticity while also becoming part of that community, trying to balance those two things in oneself. I could imagine could be really tricky and really scary, but I also think it makes some of the most beautiful people.
Wow, Amy, thank you so much. You are just brilliant and amazing, smart, and great human being.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.